Have you ever noticed how some people start with small disrespect? Show up late, cancel last minute, make a joke that cuts a little too deep. And when you finally react, they tilt their head and say, "Whoa, relax. It's not that serious." What if I told you that wasn't a random moment? It was a test, a quiet experiment to see how much they can get away with. Welcome to Covert Mind. Here, we break down dark psychology, manipulation tactics, and human behavior so you can see the games before they play you. In this video, you'll learn 5 common manipulation tests, what they look like, what they secretly measure, and how to respond in a way that protects your self-respect. By the end, you'll be able to say, "This wasn't a mistake. This was a test, and I'm not playing." Let's start with the first one, the small disrespect test. It usually starts tiny. They interrupt you, talk over you, mock something you like, or make that harmless joke about how you look, talk, or think. Then they watch. Do you laugh along? Do you freeze and say nothing? Do you brush it off later and tell yourself, "It's not that big a deal"? Here's the dark psychology behind it. They're measuring your tolerance for disrespect. If you stay quiet, your silence becomes permission. Their brain learns, "Okay, I can treat them like this. No consequences." The response? Calmly call it out. "I don't find that funny. Don't talk to me like that." If they respect you, they'll adjust. If they're a manipulator, you'll suddenly become too sensitive. That's your sign. The last-minute change test. They make plans with you, then cancel right before, or show up whenever they feel like it. "Sorry, something came up." No big deal, right? Sometimes things genuinely happen, but manipulators use this as a pattern. They're testing one thing. Will you rearrange your life around them? If you always say, "It's okay, don't worry," even when you're disappointed, you teach them that your time is flexible and their time is sacred. From then on, your schedule becomes negotiable. Theirs does not. A healthy response sounds like, "I understand things happen, but my time is valuable too. Let's plan when you're sure." If they get annoyed by that, they weren't looking for a friend. They were looking for a follower. The boundary push test. You say, "I don't like being teased about that," or "I'm not comfortable talking about this." They smile and keep going. They repeat the joke in front of others. They bring up the topic again. They push, push, push with a grin. This is not random. This is a boundary test. They're studying your breaking point. How far can they push before you either explode or give up and let them do whatever they want to do? The dangerous lesson your brain learns is, if I say no, they'll just keep pushing, so it's easier to stay quiet. The move that protects you? Repeat your boundary once clearly. "I've already said I don't like this. If you keep doing it, I'll step away." Then follow through. Leaving the situation is more powerful than arguing inside it. The jealousy and attention test. Suddenly, they pull back. Slower replies, shorter messages, less warmth. Then, out of nowhere, they casually mention someone else giving them attention. Yeah, I was talking to this other guy. Honestly, everyone's been messaging me lately. Now they're watching one thing. Do you chase? If you become extra available, double text, or try harder to impress them, they've passed their test, but failed your own standards. They've just learned that a little emotional distance makes you work for their approval. Healthy people communicate. Manipulators experiment. Your countermove? Match their energy. If they pull back without reason, you don't chase. Your worth is not a competition they get to host. The secret sharing test. Suddenly, they tell you something intense, a dark story, a deep wound, or a dramatic confession about how no one understands them. Very early on, you feel special, trusted, different from everyone else. But here's the twist. Sometimes this is not real vulnerability. It's a loyalty test. They're seeing how quickly you will emotionally invest in them, how fast you will defend them, side with them, and ignore red flags because they've been through so much. Real vulnerability comes with consistency, apologies, self-awareness, effort to grow. Fake vulnerability comes with drama, but no change. When someone overshares too fast, slow down. You can be kind without signing up to be their personal therapist. What to do with this? If any of these felt familiar, you're not paranoid. You're finally seeing the pattern. Manipulators run tests first. If you accept the test, they increase the level. Your power is simple. Notice the test, name it, and protect your boundary before the behavior grows. You are not here to be someone's experiment. If this breakdown helped you see even one person more clearly, hit like, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Covert Mind for more deep dives into dark psychology and human behavior. In the comments, tell me, which test have you experienced the most, and how did you respond? You deserve relationships where respect isn't a test, it's the default.